I wish I had known this when I was earlier in my 20s because I just didn't know where to spend my money and how to spend my money, right? So if you are looking to invest your money, make good purchases so that you can expedite the process of living a successful and happy life, then in today's video, I'm gonna share with you the 7 best purchases that you can make in your 20s. Look guys, I wish that I had known this in my earlier 20s. I would try to either save as much money as possible and not spend anything at all. I would just live at home, my parents' house, and just pretty much do nothing but my daily routine. And that kind of just led to a unfulfilled, unhappy life. I would just hang out with friends, and that would be pretty much it. There was really like no purpose behind things, right? I had resources, I had a little bit of money from work and things like that, but I was just too scared to spend it, right? And so, you know how the saying goes, scared money don't make no money, and that is something I wish I had known earlier. And so going from that to now living in my penthouse, if I had known these 7 purchases to make earlier, I feel that I would have achieved this a lot faster and a lot earlier. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you those 7 purchases so that you can expedite your process, skip that learning curve, and achieve the things that you really want out of life. All right, so number 1 on the list has to be traveling and going out to explore. Look guys, I know that I said that when I was growing up, I did stay at my parents, but occasionally, not even occasionally, but for the very first time when I was like, you know what, I wanna get out of my comfort zone, I had hit up a couple of my friends, we found a good deal, we took a flight to Japan. And this was the first time that I actually ever traveled outside the country without my family, just myself and friends. And let me tell you guys, it was the most eye-opening experience that I have ever done, right? Because now I'm taking myself out of a comfort zone. I'm exploring a whole entire new country that felt like just a brand new world to me, right? I didn't have internet over there. I couldn't afford to pay for internet. So we would have to go to coffee shops and use their Wi-Fi and stuff for the GPS. I didn't know how to read any of the words, and often we got lost, guys. And this whole entire experience, yeah, I got lost and I was just trying new things and things that I didn't know. It really it sparked something inside of me. And so when you take yourself outside the comfort zone, you're traveling and you're exploring new things, eating new food, meeting different types of people, and experiencing a whole different culture, it sparks something inside of you, and it helps you, in a way, find yourself. So this was the very first trip. I think I was like about 23 years old, 23, 24 years old. But when I went on this trip, guys, and I got back from there, let me tell you guys, I was once unhappy, and when I got back from that trip, I was extremely motivated and happy. I couldn't wait to get back to work so that I could relive that experience, and maybe not in that country, but be able to go somewhere else. And you're probably wondering, Jordan, it probably costs us a lot of money to travel across the country. I don't have that type of money. And look, guys, I get it. I was the same way when I was 23 years old, guys. There are actually deals out there that you could find for very cheap. It might not be the best flight time and whatnot, but you can go online and search for good deals, right? You can use websites such as, I think Google Flights has something like that. You can look on travelpirates.com. That's where I found deals, and I know in no shape or way I am affiliated with them. So this is just a gem for you guys to go on there, find deals. They often post deals on where you can go for cheap, and all you do is just book the flight and head out there, guys. Another hack that you can do is by using credit card points, right? So oftentimes when you sign up for a new credit card, they'll give you a bonus after you spend a certain amount. So for example, a credit card might have a bonus of 100,000 points if you spend like $3,000 to $4,000 a given time frame. So you might have 4 to 6 months to spend, a set amount. And I'm not telling you to go out and spend that, spend $4,000. But what you can do is, if you know a family member or a friend who's about to make a big purchase, or maybe you're gonna make a big purchase yourself, then you can use your card on them and just have them pay you back, and that kind of helps you add those points. So 100,000 points is about equivalent to about $1,000 in travel credit, right? So now you pretty much just got $1,000 for free. If you had spent, using $4,000 in spend on somebody else, you now have $1,000 to go travel, and that is exactly what I did to go to Japan, right? I didn't have $1,000, so what I did was I took the 100,000 points, I booked my flight and my hotel. We didn't even stay at a hotel. We stayed in one of those pods hotel. It's a little little like 6x5 or something like that. And it was very clean and all that. And it was such a great experience. So if you haven't already, take the time to invest in exploring and traveling new places and new things. The second best purchase to make in your 20s is to clear your debts, guys. You know, it is so draining, the fact that you know that you owe the bank money and every single month you gotta pay interest on top of it, and now you're kind of just a little bit behind, right? So it should be a priority and a goal for you to make sure that you're making not only payments every single month, but throwing in extra so that you are reducing your debt and, you know, being able to clear that, because the faster, the sooner you can clear that, guys, the sooner you don't have to pay money on top. You don't have to come out of pocket and pay interest to these banks, guys. So it is so powerful to, you know, just spend what you have, right? And even though I have a credit card, guys, I pay the full amount every single month. So I treat my credit card as if it was my debit card. I don't spend anything that I don't have. Every time I make a purchase or whatever it is, I know that I can pay for that in full. So by the time it's the end of the month, I pay off my whole balance in full, guys. It is so powerful. So don't give the banks free money. Make sure that you're clearing your debts. I understand you might have, you know, student loans and stuff like that, but make it a goal, make it a priority to, you know, maybe add some extra money on top so that you can start reducing those payments. The third item on the list is your clothes, right? How you look, what you're wearing. And I'm not talking about buying and wearing expensive designer clothes, guys. You don't gotta do all that. You just need clothes that fit you well, right? You just need clothes that fit you well, and you know, your body, your shape, everybody's different. So wear something that looks good on you. I mean, you can go out and buy a blank tee. You don't even need designer clothes or anything like that. You can buy, you know, 3 for $10, and you can go out to your local mall and just find a nice fresh shirt that looks good on you, a pair of nice jeans, throw in some nice shoes, and you're good to go. And the reason for this is because when you are well put together, you feel a certain way. You feel more confident, right? The saying goes, if you look good, you feel good, right? So if you put yourself first and making sure that you are well put together, not only that you're gonna feel better, but also other people are going to treat you a certain way, right? They're gonna see that, hey, this guy values himself. This guy takes care of himself. You get more respect. And whether you notice it or you don't know, your looks is how you make that first impression to someone else, right? That's the first thing that people see is what you are wearing and how they perceive you, right? Before even talking to you. So make sure you are well put together. Make sure that you look good, you feel good, and just go out, find some clothes that looks good on you. Now, the fourth thing on the list is it is so important to invest into your education, into your skill set, right? So the fourth thing on the list is learning a high income skill or hiring a coach to teach you something. And this is so good because in your 20s, guys, this is where you're grinding, right? You're grinding for 20 to 30. You want to be able to grind, you want to build a foundation. And in order to do that, you want to learn the proper skills. You want to be able to have something that you could essentially use your skill to make money out of, right? So that is exactly how I started. Obviously, you know, I went to school and all that, and you guys know that, you know, I didn't use my degree, but I still was always willing to learn. I was always willing to see what I could do next to be able to build a lifestyle that I want. So invest in yourself and learn a high income skill, whatever it is, right? So for myself, I learned how to do digital marketing, and I eventually ended up running a digital marketing agency. Started it from my parents' bedroom. As you could tell, it was like a while back, in a 110 square foot bedroom, to now, as you can see, this is my living room, kitchen. Well, this is my kitchen, but learn a high income skill. And if you don't know how, you don't know where to go, you're tired of looking at all the resources online and scouring the internet for some type of education, go out and find a coach, guys. Find somebody that you like, you want to be in their shoes, and just learn from them or take their free resources, right? So for example, my YouTube channel, I have a ton of content on how to grow your digital marketing. I provide tons of resources. The link is in the description. If you want to learn, go through a free masterclass and learn exactly how I went from 0 to multiple 6 figures digital marketing, then click that link in the description below. It's a free training, so make sure you go and learn that high income skill. The fifth best investment to make in your 20s is appreciating assets, right? We want to go out, with friends, we want to go to the bars, we want to buy bottle service every weekend, we want to buy that brand new game, we want to buy that brand new car, you know, every 3-4 years or whatever it is. Look, guys, The truth of the matter is you want to put your money where it can make you more money, right? So you want to respect your money because you guys, your dollars are hard earned. You work very hard for your dollars, right? And I remember working at a boba shop when I was like 18, 19 or something like that. And I was working at the cashier. Across the street was a Jack in a Box, and I would get hungry, so I would look over at Jack in a Box, and I just remember thinking to myself, I make $8 an hour, which means it takes me 1 hour of standing here working in order to afford one combo meal at Jack in a Box, and it just didn't make any sense to me. So now that I knew that not only I need to learn a high income skill, but I need to use the money that I work so hard for and treat them like my soldiers, right? If I send these soldiers out, I expect them to bring more soldiers back. Right? So things such as stocks, your cryptos, your real estate, not all of you obviously can invest in real estate, but I just want to get your mind flowing here. Your rare watches, your rare cars, or whatever it is. I understand that this is probably a later stage, but I just want you to start thinking, how can I use my money to make more money, right? And it could be flipping things, right? You could buy an item for a set amount of dollars and you can flip it, okay? So instead of thinking from a consumer mindset, now you can start thinking from a producer mindset. How can I use my $10, my $50, $100, $1,000 so that I could flip that and make 2 times the amount, 3 times the amount, 4 times the amount. The sixth thing is into your health, guys. Health is wealth. So health is one of the most important things that you should be investing in, right? So getting, healthy foods, eating better, whole foods, investing into a gym membership, investing into hobbies, right? Joining groups and clubs that you are excited to do, right? Hobbies. So for myself, I invest in a gym membership where I go, that I use every single morning. And not only that, but they have a basketball gym, and that allows me to go and, enjoy my hobbies. So I get a 2-for-1 deal. Not only am I enjoying my hobby, but now I'm also, getting my exercise. And this is so good because, what you put into your body, your body's like a machine. It's like a car. If you put junk in it, your body's not going to be able to perform as well. And that's going to reflect on how you perform when it's time to get to work on your business. You're going to be feeling more sluggish, or you're going to be energized to, to grind it out and let's get it going. And when you invest into your hobbies, it could be anything. It could be the chess club. It could be, rock climbing, going to basketball, maybe going, just finding a group to go walking with. It doesn't matter. This is so important because it's great for your mental health, right? It's gonna keep you from burning out. I remember when I started growing my business, I was getting burnt out because I was just working, 60 to 80 hour weeks. I was just, from wake up to sleep, I was just working and trying to build my digital marketing agency, trying to figure things out. And every single night, and this is the only thing that kept me alive and kept me going, was that every single night I found a friend, right? And I would just go on a 4-mile walk every single night. And so I didn't even see it as an exercise to me anymore. I saw it more as like a therapeutic walk to me, and it was something that I needed. So find what works for you. Find something that's going to make you happy. It's going to help you, be healthy, making sure that your mind is clear for your mental health, your spiritual health, and that's going to keep you going. And the last thing on the list, number 7, the best purchase to make in your 20s is obviously, it sounds like a little cliche, but it's very true. It is investing into yourself. Look, guys, don't bet on anybody else. If you bet on yourself, you will always win, right? Fail or succeed, it is a winning investment. And that is because if you fail, you're gonna learn something out of it. If you succeed, you obviously get whatever it was that you're working for. So it is a win-win situation. So if you notice, the last 6 items is all about investing into yourself. Everything that we've listed is investing into yourself. So when in doubt, bet on yourself. Those are 7 best purchases to make in your 20s. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Jordan. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.